Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. I thought about making this video and calling it deglobalization and the U.S. immigration process, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't fully encompass the scope of this video. I do think U.S. immigration as a practical matter is getting more difficult. Be that K-1 fiancé visas, employment-based visas, marriage visas like the K-3 CR1 or IR1, anything. Tourist visas, especially since COVID, are getting more difficult to not only get an interview for, but to process in general. It's just not the process it once was. It's becoming more difficult to deal with by the day, in my opinion. One big factor of this is what I call the National Visa Center, and the National Visa Center is at best a quagmire. We deal with it all the time. It's the worst of both worlds in terms of digitization and bureaucracy. It sort of takes the worst of those things and combines them together. It combines the frustration of bureaucracy with the lack of actually having a person to talk to. So we deal with NVC. It ain't fun. We don't love it, but it is what it is. In terms of the deglobalization thing, as we're all aware of the news and everything, the world is really shifting right now. And I think that this is going to have an impact on immigration systems the world over, because the world just is not as tightly connected as it once was, nor is there sort of this paradigm in people's minds, more to the point, in governments' minds, in bureaucracies' minds, that immigration should be easier or should be smooth. In fact, if anything, I think with all of the almost paranoia coming about from certain sectors regarding national defense or immigration policy or even anti-terror policy, and then couple that with what I would call a certain level of hysteria associated with public health policy, you're getting into a position where the presumption is, no, it should be hard, and we'll go from there. I do believe the kind of, I won't call it deglobalization necessarily, but the changes in globalization will have an impact on U.S. immigration in the future moving forward. I think it already has. The point of this video is I do think things are going to get a little better coming off the COVID backlogs. The current administration has set some things in motion to start to kind of move those cases on through. But in a more broader sense, in a more thematic sense, I think immigration in any context, going to any country, this isn't just necessarily the U.S., although for purposes of this video, that's who we're talking about. I think it's going to get harder moving forward. Well, I don't think it's going to get much easier moving forward. Let me put it that way.